Doma Sports Talk Worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now I told you brother ain't feeling too good, you know what I mean? So hey, everybody out there, be thankful if you're feeling good. You can hate on this video and be feeling good, you know what I mean? I've been reduced to soup for the last 2 days, you know what I'm saying? So I can't really, I'm gonna try to make this little info as short as possible, but it's a lot of little info. And it's about Oleksandr the Legend, who I always been calling, right? All this time, the Legend Usyk. If you ain't caught on by now, something wrong with you. Now, he's taken out Tyson Fury on 2 separate occasions. It's 24 rounds with Tyson Fury, who many of us were calling one of the best ever, right? That's what we were saying. I never agreed because Tyson Fury is 6'9", 270, and lots of times I was thinking, how are we going to put somebody 6'9", 270 on the pound-for-pound list? You know, the pound-for-pound list means if everybody was the same size, you would be exceptional. Now, this is proof that that's not the case because Oleksandr Usyk is smaller than this guy and has outboxed him on 2 separate occasions and sometimes make him going backwards. We've seen him being walked down by little old skinny old Deontay Wilder too. So Tyson Fury shouldn't have never been considered one of the best ever, but he's good for sure. And it's also being 6'9", 270 and being able to box and switch stances and stuff like that. That's good. And having the gift of gab before fights, understanding that that is a part of fighting too. Getting inside people, getting under people's skin, getting inside their psyche and things like that. Tyson Fury has that done. He's a fighter now. I ain't gonna just be hating on the man, just because I don't like him. Because it's sport. You ain't supposed to like everybody. And if we liked everybody, it wouldn't be sport no more. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But this is Oleksandr Usyk, right? Oleksandr Usyk, actually, England, y'all should be knighting these boys. This is Sir Oleksandr Usyk. Starting now. Knight him. I don't know what the requirements are to knight him. Does he have to be British to be knighted? Right? Then you're going to have to make some kind of exemption, an exception for this guy to be knighted. Britain, y'all for sure. Right? Listen, let's go to this part right there. Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua was heralded as very, very good fighter. Very good fighter. To the point that I remember Deontay Wilder wasn't even worthy of fighting him. Was 60-40 split. Wasn't good enough, in Anthony Joshua's favor. Joshua wanted 80-20. When Deontay Wilder said he'd take 15 million and Joshua get by 85 million, he didn't want to do that either. And everybody, all the arguments was like Deontay Wilder's not worthy, even though the fight would have been for undisputed. Stuff like that. Pundits were saying that Josh was a lot better than him, one of the best, right? So all of that. And Anthony Joshua was also 6'6", about 250, right? He's got his butt handed to him twice by Oleksandr Usyk. Once in Britain, right? To where he lost his mind after the second loss. Tyson Fury, the exact same thing, who was heralded as one of the best ever, better than Muhammad Ali and all that. Got his butt handed to him on 2 separate occasions. That alone, requires him being knighted. But he beat Daniel Dubois too. And I'm sick of hearing this Daniel Dubois stuff, like what? Come on, bro. If you think that punch was low, if it wasn't low, do you think if the referee would have said, Usyk, 10, 9, 8, Usyk would have got up, ran for the rest of that round and commenced to beating up Daniel Dubois like he was before that punch and after that punch. I mean, it's a lot if you really stretching it. You're reaching if you're saying, hey, that one punch, that lucky punch. It was a lucky punch. That could happen to Usyk, but he's beating his ass before and after. That means Usyk won that damn fight too. Another British that was up and coming, right? What about Tony Bellew? Remember him? Beating David Haye, my boy David Haye. I thought David Haye would be the Usyk, right? Because David Haye was, David Haye bad boy. I don't care what nobody say. David Haye bad, But Bellew was coming off beating David Haye twice. Usyk goes over there in Liverpool, takes care of him too, or Manchester, one of them, right? David Haye, David Haye was definitely awesome. I remember going to Manchester for him and Fury, but they called the fight off. I had to just go to Manchester and chill for a couple of days because I was going to that fight. Big David Haye fan. But Bellew took care of him twice, and I didn't think he was going to beat him the first one to his, Achilles. But my point is, Tony Bellew was in top form. After becoming undisputed in the cruiserweight division, he goes and beats an informed Tony Bellew. Then beats David Chisora too. Let it be a little bit close so he can get Anthony Joshua. Knight the man, Sir Oleksandr Usyk. No doubt about it. England, go on and Sir the man. Knight him up. Ain't nobody else, ain't nobody, too many people, gonna get knighted without him, without him being knighted. That's worthy of knighted. Then give him a dual citizenship or something. Knight the man. Right? Now, real quick, because I do it pretty much in every Oleksandr Usyk video, maybe 80% of them. The narrative of that, what he did in the cruiserweight division, is nothing, and we didn't know the guys he beat in the cruiserweight division. It's just showing that you just don't know the guys he beat in the cruiserweight division. He beat a couple of, probably 1 or 2 Hall of Famers that's going to get in the cruiserweight division. You don't go to Berlin and beat Marco Huck, who has probably the most title defenses in cruiserweight history. He's in the top 3 for sure. I know that without going to look. Marco Huck. Marco Huck is a bad, mean guy. And if those don't remember who Marco Huck is, just remember in form, in his prime, Alexander Povetkin. It was a cruiserweight that went up to fight him and was in his butt, and they said he should have got that fight. That's that guy. By the way, just for those who just don't know, because Povetkin, right? And Povetkin didn't have no problems with people his size. Only people that beat Povetkin is bigger guys. You see what I'm saying? Just saying. Povetkin fights a smaller guy, and this guy gives him all hell. That's Marco Huck. And the most title defenses ever. Just saying. Then goes to Latvia and beats Marius Briedis. Undefeated Marius Briedis. We're going to act like Marius Briedis is about the top 15 cruiserweights of all time. I'm just going to put that out there. That's Marius Briedis. And then Marek Gassiev in Russia, to become undisputed, is probably one of the hardest hitting, up there with David Haye in terms of punching power in the cruiserweight division. So he takes care of all those 3s in their backyard. We're going to act like this guy ain't done nothing. Then he has a win over Michael Hunter and Joe Joyce before all that. Listen, one of the baddest dudes out here right now, and it's not even close. Listen, knight this brother up. Oleksandr Usyk, Ukraine, bring the pain. It's plain. And if you ain't agreeing, you insane. It ain't no reason to be watching all these other people in boxing. We don't have no issues and negotiations and where we gonna fight. None of that. Now, all this big old Tyson Fury stuff, running around, got his hands up like he's supposed to win a fight, because you're gonna barely win and we supposed to just give it to you. Dude, you're 6'9", 270, you're supposed to knock this little dude out. You ain't. You ain't even get close. So we ain't giving you no damn fights. Can you dominate somebody for a change? Hell no. You lost. Period. And he making excuses, by the way. We ain't gonna even get on that. That's a whole different video. This is an all-hell Sir Oleksandr Usyk video. Now, I ain't feeling too good. I'm gonna go lay back down and eat some more soup. Doma Sports Talk, worldwide. And I'm out of here, y'all.